Well, would you like to talk about this exciting indie film they shot in the middle of the wrestling program?
Which one?
The kidnapping. The kidnapping and the Reservoir Dogs homage tied to a chair in a warehouse scene. The only thing we missed was cutting the guy's ear off.
You know, if you're going to do this kind of schlocky stuff, it can't be Daniel Garcia because he can't deliver the lines. Jack Perry sucks at being anything other than Jack Perry. You don't believe him? But Daniel Garcia just can't. The voice is a problem.
Well, yeah, I mean, you know, he's yelling. He's yelling, but it's so preposterous to begin with that, I mean, could we, if it was De Niro and Pacino in here, but it was on a wrestling program where they're both wrestlers, and then we're expected to believe that suddenly they take a detour into kidnapping and Grand Theft Auto and you know, and doing it all on camera where it can be seen by the world on live television.
I can't get past the bad acting because they saw this and said, okay, let's put this on the air. Because it was so ridiculous. It's like the kind of thing, well, the only person that likes it is the people that made it.
That's what I'm saying. Tony's television show, I said this at the top of the program, has now become for the people who want to be cinematographers, the people who want to be directors, people who want to be artistes or auteurs of some kind. There's some actors in there, some performance artists. I'm sure Aubriette is just dying to put some kind of musical dance routine together when they have the, you know, and maybe the fucking Bob Mackie can start doing the gowns and they'll have the June Taylor dancers. But this was, for the folks who were lucky enough not to see what went on, they did a video recap because apparently on Collision, Garcia not only stole Jungle Jack's black painted scapegoat bread truck, but chained Jack Perry to the front of it and stole it out of the building, and he was running through barricades allegedly with Perry on the front of it. And they also stole Mac Daddy and the camera so that they could shoot this thing. Shoot that thing.
Well, that way they had some, at least they had that logic of why is there someone there filming? It was because Garcia's friend was filming.
Yes, because Garcia's mad at old Jack Perry for whatever it was he did to Mac Daddy whenever he did it. So,
you know, a few more years, Jack Perry's going to give Jon Moxley a run for his money in terms of being a badass afraid of nothing.
Well, I mean, yeah, because he scoffed at this whole thing. Basically, they show the footage of the kidnapping and the Grand Theft Auto and the fact that they got Mac Daddy and the camera with them. And then suddenly the camera is in a goddamn darkened warehouse, and the only light is from the scapegoat headlights, and there is Jack Perry tied to a chair and his mouth duct taped in the headlights. And again, it was Reservoir Dogs without cutting the guy's ear off and dumping gasoline on him. Garcia is screaming at fucking Perry for what he did to Mac Daddy and what he's done and what he wants him to do, and Perry is laughing at him because he's such a he's not scared of. I'm sorry, but I don't care what you think of this motherfucker. You take his fucking Hollywood bread ass and you have some asshole fucking kidnap him and tie him to a chair in a warehouse for real, and he's going to smother everybody in the room in his own shit. But he's laughing, and Garcia said, I know where you want me to go, and I'm never going to go there. So is this the first time in history that a motherfucker has kidnapped another son of a bitch and spent all the time with the son of a bitch tied in a chair telling him what he's not going to do to him? I'm not going to hurt you. I'm not going to fuck you up with this crowbar. I'm not going to cut you. I'm going to beat the shit out of your truck.
Here, film this. I want there to be a record of this. I'm not going to do anything to you.
He went, I'm not going to do anything to you. I'm going to beat the shit. And then he beats the shit out of the front of the truck that looks like it's been run off a goddamn cliff and set on fire anyway.
that's the thing. It's not even like his fancy car. The whole gimmick is it's a piece of shit car. And then it got beat up.
You couldn't tell. You couldn't tell what the difference was when he got finished. And then they walked out and left Jack Perry in the warehouse room all alone in the dark, laughing at them, tied to the chair. And before you give any further comment, Brian, the only way that this could have been topped in terms of preposterosity is that after they've had this whole fucking scene, there are people tied to chairs and duct taped and people being threatened with crowbars and screamed at, and this dramatic shooting of this thing in a Blair Witch Project kind of fucking cinematography.